All right, we are live in two different locations. We'll let it populate and stuff. And what we're going to do is we're here for a couple minutes early because we're going to do all our sharing and getting everything situated. So those of you that are here early, hello. I already got some hearts and different things.
Ms. Hochman?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to share this to my wall. There's one or two tabs. Do I hit share or start watch party?
No, share.
Share. You got it.
Share. Watch party is that other thingy bopper. I'm not seeing it live on my wall, though. I'm looking for it.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
You're looking at it live?
It says live up upper left-hand corner. There's a couple of hearts there. And
oh, there it is. I see it now. Okay, excellent. I got to share it to a bunch of places. So I'm going to share it to a group. I'm going to put that in the Society of I Am. Hey, guys, if you're just jumping on, I have some remarkable stuff tonight. I would love it if you would share this, and you definitely want to, because otherwise in a little while you're going to be like, I wish I had shared it, and you'll see. So that's going to Society of I Am. Share that in there. I want to share it in the wrong places. I don't want to get in trouble. Share it in there in my own personal groups, and then I'm looking for it. I'm going to share it in there. And I'm also going to share it to my fan page. So hello, Kara, Linda, Judy, Susan, Melissa, Alicia. Hello,
I just shared.
You did?
I shared. I'm learning these things.
You are so fancy.
Your fan club doesn't know I spent the last 50 years in the Himalayas in a cave meditating, do they?
That's awkward.
I'm lying. I actually spent 15 of that on the road promoting shows.
Absolutely.
I didn't.
This wasn't your bad, man. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, like there's so many things that you know how to do that I don't know how to do. I don't feel bad about it. Not one bit. In fact, I call you up all the time. How do I do this? How do I do that? Hello, Miss Kathy, Tracy, Geelong, Jen. Hello, Brandon. Are you guys sharing for me? Do it. You know you want to.
Hey guys, if I can share, you can share.
Breath in and hit the share button. Okay, and we got to share it to the Society of I Am. And we'll start at exactly 8 o'clock, but we're letting everybody get on. So hello, everybody. First of all, how was everybody's Thanksgiving? Did those of you that are stateside, I know not everybody is, but did you all have a digital dingbat meets caveman? There you go, Linda. That's it. He does beat his chest now and again, too. You should see it. It's so funny.
What's that?
I said you do beat your chest like a caveman now and again, too.
Oh, now and again.
Now and again.
Now and again. Yes, I'm the caveman hypnotist.
I'm just sharing, and I can't type and talk at the same time. You guys know that. So the digital dingbat strikes back. This is my comeback or whatever it is. So Gilardi, we'll see you so soon. So excited to see Mr. Gilardi.
Is Mr. John on?
I just saw him go by. He gave us fires and I don't know. It looks like whatever. Susie, I believe we are being heard, so I think that it must be your thing. Ooh, tamales. I love tamales. So how was everybody's Thanksgiving? Did y'all have a good Thanksgiving last week? I went to my mom's and no sound for you either, Kim? That's weird. Ray got a haircut. Did you get a haircut?
No, I did the Brooklyn thing and slicked it back.
Yeah, he slicked it back. He thinks he's a greaser from 1962.
Yeah.
So why are people having no volume? I've gotten 2 people that said no volume, but there is volume.
Well, there is, because I wouldn't be hearing you otherwise either.
Well, no, you're inside the room with me, so it's possible. Let's see. Anybody else having problems? Stephanie says she hears me. And if Stephanie hears us, well, that's what's really important. Hi, Tara Marlowe. Hello.
Where Stephanie hears, everyone listens. Remember that commercial?
Yes. When E.F. Hutton talks.
Yeah.
And then my other favorite one was at Sims, an educated consumer is our best customer. These
Right.
were New York City type commercials though. So not every, I think Sims was a New York based place. So, and then Petland discount. Petland discount, free housebreaking wee pads with every purchase. That was definitely back in the day. Your dad's lab might have done that commercial. That was back in the day.
Yep.
Good stuff. So it is 2 minutes of. So guys, I always like to do a meet and greet and give everybody a little time to share and stuff like that. You might want to grab a pen and paper. Yes, we're going to do some stuff that you might want to take notes on. A pen and paper. What kind of pen do I have tonight? I have an Atlantis pen for when I was in the Bahamas. So there you go. You never know what kind of pen I have hanging around from the exotic resorts of around the world. So hello, Michael. Hello. So guys, I want you to do this. I want you to go and I want you to go tag a couple people and remind them we had over 3,000 people watch last week's broadcast. Not all the first night, but we had quite a lot the first night and it went up and up and up. I want you to tag a few people. I want to make sure everybody knows it's going on. It's a little different nowadays because we don't have the webinar rooms and the this, and that. So I am just trying to do my best to communicate with everybody in the best ways possible. I may switch it up. I may go to webinars. I may go to conference calls. I'm a conference call girl myself. I'll do a webinar now and again. I like conference calls. This is my least favorite medium, but it is the medium of the day. So I guess it is the medium we shall be using. And here we are at the Society of I Am. There's Miss Karen Anderson and her boo-boo knees. Hello, Karen. Good to see you. And Ray, it's 8 o'clock. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hand it over to you for a couple minutes. Do as you will. Still people with no sound. Are you guys on phones? Could it be a browser on a phone? Because I'm not seeing a sound problem, but it seems that several of you are having it. So
I think I'm getting, and some people have sound, some people don't.
Also, guys, on the bottom on your phone, there's an icon that you have to hit the little X because the sound is automatically off and you need to turn it on. I don't know if you guys can, see the little X next to my sound thing? You gotta hit that little sound thing to make sure it plays. So, Ray, I'm gonna hand it over to you. I'm gonna share in a couple more places while you are doing our intro, and then we shall commence.
Can I be so vain here? By the way, boys and girls, those you don't know, this is my good friend and also my muse and techno teacher, who's also a loving dingbat. Had me buy this light, which I'm in gratitude, but I sometimes how do I look? I mean, it's like it's blinding me.
You look fabulous. You look
Marvelous.
Just move it around. You know, like there's mine. I can be spooky or I can be this. Just move it around a little bit. I don't know where you got it situated there.
How's that?
I don't know, girls. What do you think? Is he looking cute? I think so. Good. I don't know, Ray. I think it's really the sound of your voice.
Sound of my voice. Okay.
So take it away.
Take it away.
If we look bad, they'll talk about us behind our back, and that's really cool with me.
And the beauty, what I'm going to teach in the I Am as we go down the pike, how to set your mind so you don't care what people think.
Yeah. And I'm still working on that. And Ray helps me all the time with it. So take it away, my friend, and then I will be back momentarily.
A sip of H2O. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. And welcome to the I Am Society, or as better known as the Society of I Am, where we are developing a very different venue than you might be used to. All we ask here is an open mind for something different. What we're going to do so we can actually relax a little bit and ground, I'm going to do like about a 2, maybe 2.5 minute grounding meditation. So at this time, get yourself in a position where you'll be comfortable for the next couple of minutes. That includes you too, Ms. Hochman.
Yes, sir.
If there's a cell phone on, please shut it off.
Well, most of them are watching on their cell phone.
Watch. Okay, then don't shut it off. I'll grin and bear it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead now, if you will, in your comfortable position. Take a nice, long, slow, deep breath in. As you're breathing in, Just imagine in your mind's eye, you're breathing in the word peace. Whatever it feels like, sounds like, looks like, just breathe in peace. And as you exhale, simply allow yourself to sink down into what you're sitting on. Could be couch, bed, chair. Just allowing yourself to sink down. Excellent. Take another deeper breath in. Once again, breathe in the word peace. Breathe in the word relax. Relax. As you exhale, give yourself permission to sink even just a little deeper down. Just a little deeper down. That's it. One more breath now. Just a little deeper than the last one. Breathing in the word relaxation. As you exhale this time, simply allow yourself to let go of any unfinished projects, anyone who may want your attention. Just sinking deeper down. Now, if you will, just for a moment, imagine, if you will, there's a spiritual psychic cord attached to the base of your spine. And this cord also is your favorite color. This could be a blue, violet, purple. It could be a white light of God, whatever suits you best. Now go ahead and imagine, if you will, that this spiritual psychic cord expands to a size that's comfortable for you. And now, continue to release any unfinished projects, any unfinished business, any remains from the day. Just let that go down into your cord, going down into the ground. That's it. Just like rainwater goes into the earth. Let all the unfinished business, all the negative energy from any communications from the day that might have been misunderstood, let them go down. Excellent. Now, if you will, just simply imagine right above your head this wave of relaxation, this spiritual wave descending, going down into your crown, top of your head. And as this descends, feel yourself relaxing even deeper as it goes down past your forehead and your eyes, bathing your eyes with comfort and ease, bathing your temples with this spiritual healing wave of relaxation, down past your nose, your mouth, your jaw, down your throat, your shoulders, down at your heart area. As you do this, imagine this is just like a light going through the center of your body, grounding you, pulling all of your energy, all of your emotion, all of your feeling into the present moment. As this wave continues past your heart and past your stomach area, past your hips, past your legs and knees, bathing your knees with comfort and ease. Simply imagining, knowing it to be this spiritual light and cord going all through the center of your body now, grounding you, continuing now to the calves, down to the heel and arch of your feet. And imagine, if you will, any remaining stress, any remaining tension or discomfort to flow out the very tips of your toes and the tips of your fingers. Totally centered, totally grounded, totally allowing yourself, giving yourself permission to be totally centered and grounded, and allowing for the next little bit your highest true self, your highest consciousness to be open to all possibility that serves your highest good. And so it is. You can gently open your eyes, come back into the room.
Let me ask you a question, gang. Usually when you come to a call, come to a webinar, come to a live, we whip up the excitement and we jump around and we make faces and we get jazzed up because we believe that we have to jazz ourselves up to get to what we want.
Mm-hmm.
When's the last time that you came to an environment like this and somebody helped you get centered and you took a minute for yourself to get focused and to get in the present?
May I address that very briefly, because I don't want to take your time, but I'm going to address that in a loving way. Okay. And I'll be kind. I know a lot of the emotion that we've all been exposed to, whether it's been in network marketing, the MLM field, or just the rah-rah, was to excite people. Fine. There's a time and place for everything. But when you want to go into a zone or perspective where you're really wanting a higher consciousness to speak to you, when we go to that alternative, which we've all been so accustomed to, that's all we're wrapped up in the ego. We're being led by emotion. We're not being led by our spiritual self. We're not being led by calm intuition. So that's the distinction between what we're all used to. And I'm not knocking anything. There's a time and place for some good rah-rah. But when we want to open our minds to something that goes far beyond emotion, you go the opposite way. Make sense?
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, well, first of all, let me just make sure, in case there's anybody new joining us tonight, and I really hope there is, and I hope that you have taken the time, you'll know in a minute exactly why it's so important, taking the time to share this, let people know what's going on. It's something very special. We're in our second week here. The name of this organization is the Society of I Am, and it's a free, open to the public group of folks that are focusing into finding their voice, their I Am, so they can go forward and attack. And I don't even like that word. See, as soon as I said it, I was like, I don't want that word. Throw it away, wipe it out, go forth and do the things that they want to do in their life. My name is Diane Hochman. I've been in the home business industry for 20 years, and I've dealt with person after person after person that has told me why it's been so challenging for them. And this gentleman, his name is Mr. Ray Williams, also known as the Mind Mechanic, and he has been a hypnotist and all different types of modalities that he uses to help people break through their challenges, the areas that they're struggling with. And no, we did not do that short meditation to hypnotize you so we can sell you something. There's nothing for sale tonight. As I always say, the only thing I want to sell you is you back to yourself. And I want to show you some different ways of approaching. Right now, we're talking a lot about business because the bulk of this crowd is a home business crowd. But as we grow and as we expand, we're talking about basically anything that makes your heart sing that you want to go for. And we're going to attract people from all different walks of life. But we're starting with our base, which is, look, Matthew's calling me darling. Hello, Matthew. How are you? Unless you're calling Ray darling, which you might be, which is fine by me. I mean, whatever works for you.
I might want to call you darling also. I don't know.
So I wanted to calm you down, have Ray calm you down so I can shake you up. because I want to get you thinking, and I want to get you really moving past some of the barriers that, quite frankly, you've put up for yourself. How do I know? Because I put up all tons of them for myself, continue to do so, continue to work on them. But I've gotten through a lot of the ones that I know that some of you are facing now. Ray's gotten through a lot of the ones that some of you are facing now. And we want to come out and we want to share some things. So we're going to be coming out every Monday. And in the near future, we do have a Facebook group. I did just put up a page. If you're not in the Facebook group yet, we'll give you that information. We want you in there, of course. And we are going to have some very special things coming out in the new year. Super excited about what we have up our sleeves. It's going to be a very safe environment for you to learn about yourself, how to manage yourself, how to manage your subconscious mind. We are going to have products and services available very reasonably. We're not here to, jack everybody for $1 million gazillion at some exotic this or that. We're really looking to make a difference. Myself, I ran with a partner, an organization several years ago that was similar ideas. And it's good to be back doing what I absolutely love with a whole new twist, because my partner in crime at the Society of I Am has a whole new perspective to share with us. And he's a pretty amazing guy. So I'm so excited he's here. So tonight,
you blush, by the way.
Make you blush?
I do blush at times.
I don't want to give you a big head. You always say, don't let it go to your head, kid. You'll pay me a compliment and go, don't let it go to your head. Don't let it go to your head, Mr. Williams. Peter's all excited. Peter, it's so good to see you here and have you here. A lot of my old friends from the march Ray, that just goes to show you the Million Mile March that I ran with my partner, Joe. There's so many people around still that talk about it. It's legendary. It was a small little group of, freaks and fringe dwellers, ragtag, interesting types. And we're still a tight-knit crowd because of some of the special things we did then. And we're going to take it to a whole another level this time around. So tonight I want to talk to you about, and this will sound so holiday-esque, and I hope you have a notebook because you're going to want to write some things down. The original title to this event was going to be The Season of Sharing, and I started writing that last week because it sounds so, because there's another marcher. Becca, I love you. Okay. Okay, some of these people like you a lot, Ray. I'm seeing them say nice things about you. Guys, it's all about me. Don't you know that? So the season of sharing, because it sounded so holiday-esque, right? Holiday-esque. But it's not what you think, okay? And sometimes, and a bunch of you guys know me, but there's going to be lots more people that don't as we go on. And again, especially if you decide to make this your place. If you decide to take ownership of this place and you decide to share, and that's what Peter's doing. He's tagging people and Jackie's tagging people. You guys are sharing, because this is a message whose time has come. Trust me. I'm going to go on a sidebar for a minute. We spent a lot of time, I was a teenager of the 80s, graduated high school in the 80s. And the time of Alex P. Keaton and Wall Street and Greed is Good, Gordon Gekko, and all that type of stuff. And everything was about being high powered and St. Elmo's fire and being, working toward being an executive and stuff. And everybody was flashy. And we've gone through the decades. And 2020 in the 20s, can you believe we're saying the 20s? It's like, there's no more like prohibition, godio, the 20s, because we're in the 20s again. And they are predicting that it will come full circle. And what's happening is this is going to be a decade because of what's happened with the media and how we all have access to express ourselves in different ways. It's going to become a decade of self-discovery, self-expression, authenticity on a whole nother level. I've been talking about, I ran a school called Authenticity Academy probably in 2010, so 10 years ago, legit. It's always been a topic of mine that I feel so passionate about. but it's going to come full circle. And it's also going to be a time and a place where people are going to get real comfortable with sharing their stories and talking about their squabbles and their messes being their message. I happened to catch part of the Thanksgiving Day parade. I was going to my mom's, so I didn't get to stay home and watch it because I had to be on the road. But I turned it on at 9 o'clock and watched. They always have the Broadway shows at the beginning. You remember, right? The Broadway shows at the beginning and yada, yada. And then they had Celine Dion, right? The legendary Celine Dion singing. And her new songs on her new album are all around about the song that she sang. And I don't know the name of it because I didn't listen closely and I didn't get a chance to look it up. It was all about, I need to find myself before I can love you. And all the songs on the new album are all of this message about self-expression. And guys, it's about the I am. It's about the I am. Because until we find our space, achieving the success we want becomes virtually impossible. You can't buy it. You can't rent it. You can't lease it. You can't pay someone to do it for you. I know we all thought outsourcing was the answer, and this is the answer, and that was the answer. The answer sits inside of us. And there's some thought processes that I've read all about for many, many decades. I was taught by a mentor. Ray has read for many decades. He has taught. He has had mentors. He has had teachers. And we'd like to give you some of these. So I'm going to start tonight with some, and I always like to use a edgy headline because it makes people show up. Some ridiculous thought processes that are keeping you from the money, joy, bliss, happiness, or whatever else it is you want. Okay? Most people come into this space because they want money. The reason we want money is because we think money will give us the thing we really want. And if you ever want to do a session with Ray, he does, right now he's still doing them complimentary, which I've been telling him not to do. Maybe he'll listen to me someday. But right now he does still do complimentary sessions if somebody's looking into working with him on hypnosis. And the first thing he asks you is, what do you want? Right? First thing he asked me when we first did it, what do you want? And then most people go, I don't know. I want to make money. That's not what you want. Okay. So figuring out what it is we want. And then we get, and I know it's your why. I'm working on my why, right? This is deeper, gang. This is so much deeper. When Ray started and I started back in the day and some of these, sales things that we've done. Thank you, Kim, for sharing the group. Guys, go ahead and sign up for the group. If you don't answer the questions, you don't get in. Unless you're a known quantity to me. Like, if you're really special and I really know you and I know who you are, like Dan Obusic, I wouldn't, if he didn't answer the questions, I'd let him in because he's Dan Obusic. But if I don't know you well enough, you better answer those questions or you're not getting in. We're pretty tight in there. And we're letting everybody run amok right now, but you won't be running amok in there for much longer. Ray got a little worried. I'm like, nah, let them run amok. There's no rules yet. We haven't trained them yet. So one of the thought processes, and what we're going to talk about tonight, is people in the past, if you were in marketing like we are, a lot of us again, and soon we'll stop talking about marketing completely, or we'll have groups that are just about marketing. You'd go out and you'd prospect and you'd talk to friends and family, and you might talk to people locally at the mall or the store or whatever the case may be. We weren't all in one big fishbowl called Facebook or called the internet, where we all could see each other and we all could basically copy off of each other and follow each other. And if you want to see a crazy fishbowl, I'm very fascinated right now with TikTok. I mentioned it to Ray the other day. TikTok, it's an app you put on your phone. And it's really interesting because some of it's very, very amusing, but everybody makes the same exact video. It's really weird. It's the same song. It's the same dance. It's the same thing. And they all do it. And it's like, why are you all doing the same thing? And it's because they don't know what else to do over there yet. And it'll evolve. So before, we didn't worry too much about what we were saying because nobody else heard us saying it except the prospect. And we didn't worry too much about our exact process because nobody else was observing us. But now we're in this fishbowl, okay? And we're making videos. And we have to worry about how we look. We have to worry about how we talk. And we have to worry about if we have 3 reasons for this and 7 reasons for this and how to do the hokey pokey and turn yourself around and whether we did the duck lips right. I don't think I do them right, Ray.
No, give it up.
We'll snap a screenshot of that, right? And we get really caught up. And I watch people and networking 101 before the internet was you meet somebody, you find out what they're all about, find out what they need, and if you can serve them, serve them, and if not, introduce them to the person that could, because that's what we did in town. You met somebody who needed a lawyer, you introduced them to your lawyer. Your lawyer met somebody who needed a tutor, they introduced them to you, or whatever you did, right? We networked. And we did this. Ray and I had a rant the other day about this. This is what communities did. You had extra eggs because you had chickens, great. And this person had extra wheat and they ground into flour, great. You networked and you shared or you bartered or you sold to one another. And you had a community that was very conducive and everybody referred and everybody was happy. It worked really well. But we all got on the internet and we started to go, well, that person is looking at my friends. They're going to steal my friends. And so we shut down so nobody can see who we know. So then they send me a friend request and I can't see who we have in common or why, who they are. And then they're mad at me for not accepting their friend request, but they're busy protecting their friends from me coming to get them, or you coming to get them, or somebody coming to get them. So we have this whole idea that I need to hide who I know. I need to hide my downline if you're in network marketing, because somebody is coming to get your downline. They're going to usurp them. They're going to steal them. I don't want anybody to see anyone else because they might go with that person, which is no different than back in the day. You had a boyfriend or a girlfriend and you didn't want your girlfriend to ever go out without you because she might meet someone and vice versa. It's right. This insecurity of the highest level. Okay? When the wealthiest people out there, all they do is network. All they do is interconnect people. All they do, right? Jackie just said, let them fly free like a butterfly. I think we're the ones also that we need to flit around. So when people start, like, you ever watch somebody leaves a company to go do something else that makes their heart sing, and then all of a sudden they're the evil empire? I mean, I've watched the drama and the insanity. So I said last week, we can't control what goes on out there. We can't control who does what. I tried that. Didn't work. All I can do is manage myself. And when you are in your I am, you understand that what you give away, you get to keep, as my mentor said. What you release from one hand returns to the other tenfold. We don't have to worry about giving away our best stuff. Guys, we're coming out on Monday night and doing this for nothing. I've done millions of trainings for nothing. I've sat with people on the phone. I always get people go, I'll pay you. I'm like, you don't have to pay me. Get on the phone. Let me see if I can help you. I refer people to other people. I send people to other companies. I'm like Miracle on 34th Street. I'm Santa Claus. You come in and you need a certain toy and Macy's doesn't have it, I'm going to send you to Gimbals. And the reason why, and I want you to hear this, no one can take anything from you. No one can take anything from you. And if something that you desire leaves you, it's a little different than law of reciprocity, Mindy, but we'll talk about that in a second. If something you desire leaves you, the only thing you can do is focus in and become more. And sometimes we learn over time that something or someone that leaves you, could be money, could be a person, could be a group, could be a set of friends. We learned that we were to learn something through that process.
Diane,
Yes.
may I briefly add something to the friends thing you talked about?
Not yet. Not yet. I'll toss to you in a second.
Go ahead. Remind me to keep it in my head, though. It's important.
Put a note. We can only focus on becoming more attractive. And I don't mean hairdos, okay? Becoming more centered, becoming more collected, becoming more educated. All of these things, this is what draws what you want to you. So Mindy just mentioned the law of reciprocity. And the law of reciprocity, we're going to get into all of these laws of prosperity. We're going to dig into all of them. The law of reciprocity is when I give you something, you feel a sense of obligation to give something back, right? That's reciprocity in general in marketing. And then the law of reciprocity is what you let go of will come back around, right? And so she was probably referring to what I was saying before, what you release from one hand will come back to the other tenfold. Absolutely. There's also the law of circulation. When you're a person of prosperity, your goal, your desire is circulation. Circulation. It is, ooh, that person said something cool. Let me share it. Not let me keep it to myself. Let me consume it for myself. It's let me consume it and let me pass it forward. Okay, let me consume it and let me pass it forward. And you'll watch the best marketers in our space. They take an idea, they utilize it, they pass it forward. They edify, quote, share, move forward, give away. Watch. They give away books. They give away ideas. They give away concepts. They share, they refer people. That's why we all hang out together. Because we all work by a set of guidelines that says, let go. Let go, pay forward, pass around, look over here and see what comes back. Because giving and receiving isn't linear. Write that down. Giving and receiving isn't linear. It's circular, which means that sometimes you're going to give to someone and you're going to get somewhere else. This guy showed up in my life a year ago, whenever it was. I didn't know who he was. I was helping him with a website. The next thing you know, he's helping me change in my life. I hadn't given to him. I'd given to others. This guy showed up. He's told me, and I'll toss it to you, Ray. He's told me that he felt some weird obligation to help me. He said, I don't know what it is. I feel this weird obligation to help you. Here it is, however many months later, and we're doing this thing together. Who knew? So where that came from, I don't know. But what I know is it happens every time. So Ray, I'm sorry, I know you had something that you were thinking of. I told you you'd think of things while I was talking. I told you it would happen. I just needed to thought process. And we'll get it down. And there's going to be other nights where you're going to be leading. I'm just getting my feet back wet. So what were you thinking about? Do you remember what you were thinking about?
Actually, you covered it.
I did.
You covered it. Yep. I'm just going to sit back and let you
Well,
rip.
let me ask you a question. You told me after the first time we really talked, you said you felt this weird obligation to help me.
Mm-hmm.
Any idea where that came from?
Actually, I'm going to sound very canned. I'm going to sound very cliche. So I apologize and ask people's forgiveness ahead of time. Let's call it the I am.
Mhm.
That was the most blank moment I ever had in my life. You showed up. You wanted to give me a hard time about your.
I didn't want to at all.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to talk to you.
And I said, well, let's just talk, because I just wanted to let you know I'm not doing voodoo. And then a 5-minute call. I was, let me talk for 5 minutes. That turned into 2.5 hours. Then I think you wound up calling me back, and we talked to him. So that's your question. I think it's just there's a reason we attract into our lives. We attract each other. The people on this call, if they're here the second week in a row, there's a reason they're here. They're being attracted to the vibration, the frequency. Like I often say to people, okay, you're a radio station. Everybody listening, you're a radio station. You have a frequency, a vibration. Like when I was a kid, we had this AM radios. You wouldn't remember them, but okay.
Hey, I have a little earpiece, my little transistor radio I walked around East 4th Street with. I was very cool.
You were very cool.
Very cool.
Anyway, the case in point here is we will transmit a frequency out to the world, out to the universe. Whoever's got that same frequency, we're going to pick up. So we transmit and we receive a frequency.
Mm-hmm.
So if that is not too out there for you, obviously there was something that you were emoting that I picked up on.
Which is interesting because when I started to work with my business mentor, I knew I was supposed to help him. I ended up hanging out, helping him out with all the stuff. And, yep, I knew I was. I knew I was supposed to help him. Who knew that it would turn into a business empire? I didn't. Just I was supposed to help him. Maybe you're going to have a business empire, Ray. Who knows? I don't know what you're going to have, but who knows? You're here for a reason. What I want you guys to really think about for a minute now is sometimes we're receiving a frequency, but we're putting off another one, which is really common with people that tend to hear these messages of I am. You're receiving this high level, beautiful. And by the way, I'm going to give you technique in a minute. This isn't just like kumbaya, as Ray likes to say. We're not all going to sit around and bang a gong and talk about how much we love each other. There's technique, there's exercise. I'm going to task you shortly. And here's what's interesting. I have sat for 20 years and shown people exactly what I've done. It's do millions of dollars in sales, millions and millions and millions of dollars in sales. Some will take it and they'll go do it, and it's magical. And others will sit and make a list of all the reasons why they can't. As Jim Rohn would say, it's a mystery. I wouldn't sign up for that class. I used to try to figure it out. Now all I can do is give it away. If you receive these frequencies, if when Ray started with that short meditation, if you felt calm, if you felt good, if you felt centered, some of you guys are going, what is this? What are they trying to hypnotize me into? No, we're just trying to get you to take a deep breath, probably for the first time today for most of you. Not for me, but for most of you. Trying to get you to take a, William says, I'll put my gong away. Those are at the end of the call, William. I'm going to get a gong. Trying to get you to take a deep breath. Trying to get you to settle down for a minute. Trying to get you to stop chasing and running after something that will elude you as long as you chase. It will elude you. Whatever you chase eludes you. Period, over and out. Whatever you chase eludes you. The only option you have is to stand still and check yourself. Because if your vibe that you're taking in is love and beauty and I am and magic and bliss and God force and you're listening to people that are putting it out, whoever it is for you, hopefully we're part of it. And you're taking that in and then you're turning around and putting out struggle and woe and drama and pain. You got to check yourself. We put you into the state right here. You're here in this moment. And in this moment, there is nothing wrong. In this moment, there is no struggle. In this moment, you don't have all of that. You're just here in a state with people that can see the beauty in you. The beauty in you. Not me. I put on lipstick and eyelashes tonight. I'll take them off later and put my hair in a ponytail. This is me. Because at the end of the day, I am all I have. You are all you have. And you have to decide not to be pulled around by all of these forces and become centered. And when you become centered is when you can grow and blossom. And it all starts with some simple practices that we're going to learn about, that we're going to give away for free. And I am inviting you to be one of the people that's giving it away. And I'm inviting you to practice with this community, this budding, beautiful baby community. And I'm inviting you to then take the practice that I give you tonight, and I want you to utilize it out in the marketplace. Love you too, Teresa, and everybody. I'm seeing some of the comments going by. Some of them I'm not seeing. If I don't acknowledge you, it is not on purpose. And you guys know I'll hang out and I'll talk and, hang out in the group, join the group. We can hang out in there. But what I want you to understand, the reason why you're not getting the money you want is because you are not centered here. You are not focused in the service that you can bring out there. You're focused on yourself. Now, I do it too. Ray does it too. We all do. We're humans. We're humans. But if we don't build our muscle and we don't practice every day these laws and ideas, we stay stagnant for years on end. Years on end. And there are people that I have known for years that I love and care about, that I've watched torture themselves. And there are other people that I have watched take this stuff to heart. And P.S. and by the way, we didn't make up any of this stuff tonight. Tonight I'm running my mouth. Next time Ray will be running his mouth. We'll go, but we didn't make it up, because the only things we're teaching here are things that are universal, that span cultures, that span religious practices, that span things that are universal, that have stood the test of, it's not even the test of time, it is time. It's the season of sharing. Right? It's Christmas time, it's Hanukkah time, it's Kwanzaa time, it's whatever time it is. It's winter solstice time. It's snow. I want you, and by the way, these are one of the first tasks. It was different the way I was given it. I was busy trying to sell. I was busy trying to get. I want you to spend this week. Don't change what you're already doing. Don't go to your upline. Diane said don't sell anything and don't present, because I'm doing this thing that she told me to. No, don't rock the boat. Don't change what you already know how to do. But this is what I want you to add in. I want you, because you're going to be on social media, because you're addicted. God knows I am. He makes fun of me all the time. He's like, will you put down your phone? Will you put down your phone? You and my mother, will you put down your phone? No, I'm making millions of dollars. I need my phone. I'm addicted. You're going to look at social. I want you this week to make it your mission to spread good stuff. I want you to make it you are not going to hit like. You can if you want. You can do your little heart if you want. I want you to hit the share button. I want you to find things that you deem of value based upon your value set, and I want you to share it. And when you share it, I want you to write something edifying. What does that mean? Saying something good and positive about the person or the message or where it's coming from. I want you to edify the source that something is coming from. I don't want you to swipe someone's post and repost it. I want you to hit the share button, because when you hit the share button, the people can find the person who originally said it. And I know we're all afraid because they're going to take all our people. Ray, they're going to take all our people. They're going to take all your hypnosis clients. They're going to take my whole downline. They're going to probably it's my cat. If you want my cat, you can take her. Really? She's not really my cat. I inherited her. People can be like, that's so bad, Diane. You can't do that. It's your kid's cat. Yeah, actually, I can. Does anybody want to keep a cat? She's really cute. I'll send you pictures. She's very cute. She's small. She's petite. She bites. Okay.
I've got 2. So
you love your cats. They're wonderful kitties. Your cats are friendly and weird, but friendly. My cat is whatever. So nobody's coming to get anything. Nobody's coming to take anything. And what I want you to start noticing is if you share things from people that you love their work, that you admire their work, go find your favorite celebrity out there, go find a trainer you like, or go find Sally Homemaker, Johnny Tow Truck. Are we allowed to say Sally Homemaker anymore? You get in trouble for that. There really are still homemakers. I was one of them, right? Go find her. And if she says something cool, share it. Do you know I'll put up a post and I'll say I have room to meet more people, introduce me to someone, and I'll get crickets. The only people that do it are the good networkers. I had Esther, my friend Esther. Esther like introduced me to like 12 people, right? And I ended up meeting some really cool people. But everybody else is like, I can't introduce anyone to anybody else. Because they're mine, down, 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 go, go, go. Anybody know the reference? Mine, down, down, down. Ziggity, aggity, oop, You got it? No? Ziggity, zaggity, zoo, ooh, ooh, ee. Do you know what it is? No? You just laugh.
You'll tell us.
Come on, does anybody know my reference? Down, 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 go, go, go. It's a Bugs Bunny thing. All right.
That's right.
It's the Open Sesame one. Open Sesame Day.
Sesame.
And his ears do this crazy thing. It's awesome. And then Daffy Duck tells everybody they can't touch the treasure because it's mine. There's more treasure than he could carry in his lifetime. Do you guys understand that? There's more treasure than you could carry in a lifetime. There's more people than you could recruit in a lifetime. There's more money to be made than you could make in a lifetime. Money is just energy. We exchange it for a feeling. So is a kiss. So is a hug. So is a couch. So is a video game. It's energy. Thank you. Alan knows Daffy Duck, right? And yet we sit and we hoard and we hang on to. We're not even going to talk about money tonight. I'm just talking about ideas and information and people. I'm hoarding the people. Hassan Shop. Thank you. Alan gets my Bugs Bunny important things. I'll give you all the, if you're in the Society of I Am group, I will post the Bugs Bunny clip that everybody needs to have to be socially educated, to be socially literate. It's critical. My children who should not know Bugs Bunny were trained up. It's a very important thing in life. And if you do not know Bugs Bunny, you are no friend of mine. I want you to think. Let's be truthful. How many things did you share this week? Now, a couple of you are going to be like, oh, I did. Good, I'm special. Okay, great. But the bulk of you didn't introduce anyone to anyone, didn't share anything with anyone, didn't pass around information, didn't pass around energy, didn't share something that's uplifting or helpful or interesting or informative. But heck, if we have a post about an impeachment or this and that, I'm not going down that road, but that stuff will go all over the place. If we have a complaint or we have something that's like naughty funny, I saw a couple of them today, they were hysterical, but I don't pass that because I'm looking to enhance the lives of the people around me so that they introduce me to more people. Because if you haven't figured it out, your livelihood is based upon your exposure. So if you don't expose anyone to the people you know, why would you think they're going to expose you to anybody? And so we run around going, hi, if I could show you a way to make an extra $500, are you open? complete and total strangers, and get violently rejected all day when all we have to do is open up the floodgates of circulation of love, the season of sharing, and we can meet more people in such a short period of time than and we're all sitting here struggling. Next week, I'm going to GoPro out in Vegas, right? Eric Worre's event. And I'm going to see a lot of my friends there. But if there's going to be 8,000 people or whatever there, if I know 600, it would be a lot. So there's 7,400 people for me to meet there. So what does everybody do? They go to the event and they only talk to the people they know. They don't say hi. They don't circulate. There's a lot of people coming from overseas, and instead of welcoming people to our country, for those of you that are American, instead of welcoming people and embracing them and making sure that they're all set, because maybe it's their first trip to the States, and giving them a hug or letting them know where to get a good burger. No, what do? We stay with the same 6 people that we've been hanging out for the same 6 years. Good, Alicia, find me, text me, message me. And we close ourselves off to all the possibility and the greatness of meeting one person who can tilt your world. You know, I haven't let him talk, and I am going to shut up now. I met one person. He's sitting right there, the man in black. He thinks he's Johnny Cash. I met one person. He tilted my world. I met one person because somebody who knew somebody who knew somebody put me in touch with him. If you want people to want to hang out with you, share. If you want people to notice you, share. If you want people to share your stuff, share. If you don't have anything to say yourself yet, but you really want to get out there, share. You have a book you like, share. Was there an audio you watched? Share. Is there a video you saw that made a difference for you? Share. Last week, we got 3,000 people to hear about the Society of I Am because I prompted everybody to share. Now, you don't have to share my things, although I want you to, and I'm asking you to, because I think I can help you, and I think I can help a lot of people around you. But you got to share something. And I want to see the divine demonstration of this action this week. Sharing and tagging for the sake of sharing and tagging, not because you're going to get anything out of it. And what you'll find is you'll get tons out of it in the end. I don't need your money. I don't need your time. I don't need anything from you. You I do, right? You I do. The rest of them, no. Okay? But I want it. I want, if you think I have a service that's worthy of your investment, I want you to consider me or Ray. I want to consider you if you have a product or a service that's worthy of my attention. I want your time and energy. I want you to show up and do these exercises. I want you to go out and share with other people. And you know, it's funny because if I came in tonight and I said, hey, we just started an affiliate program and it pays 50%, everybody would go out screaming and asking me for graphics and asking me for this and that. But I say, let's do something to enhance the industry and change the world. And everybody be like, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I can make it. I don't know. But see, every time I show up and do it, something happens. I think you thought I was kooky when I started referring all the people to you. You were like, what's up with this chick? Why is she sending so many people my way? Why? Because you helped me. So I have a sense of obligation to return what was given to me. Not because I owe it. I don't owe anybody anything. No. But because it's the right thing. If somebody enhances your life, if a product, and the same thing with your products. Everybody's afraid to tell somebody about their products. Dude, if you lost 72 pounds on the product and it works really good, what in the world are you thinking? Or if you got a good deal on your travel trip, or I don't know what you guys are selling. I don't know what you're up to. You know, if you poop better because of your product or whatever it is, if it works for you, Why are you embarrassed about sharing something that's worthwhile? And the reason why is because you're sharing it for your own benefit instead of somebody else's benefit. I want you to hear that. If you're sharing something for somebody else's for your own benefit versus somebody else's benefit, you feel funny about it. That's what holds you back. I want you this week to go out and share for the sake of sharing for somebody else's benefit. And I want you to experience what will happen to you. And if you go 3 days and go, I shared 2 things and nothing happened, share some more. And if you go through a whole week and nothing magical happened because you're waiting for pennies to fall from the heavens, share some more. Why don't you challenge yourself and go to the end of the year? Why not? What the heck? I've said to people a lot of times, and I'm not assuming anything about any of you because I know there's several extremely successful people on there. I see who's here. Okay. I also know there's some people here that are not where they want to be. And quite frankly, I'm not where I want to be. Ray's not where he wants. You know, we all have bigger goals and things we want to do. Right. I always say, look, you've been where you are for a while. Maybe you've been broke for a while, or maybe you've been stuck at 5,000 or 10,000 or whatever you're stuck at. You're there, you're stuck. And instead of trying to rush to get nowhere, because a lot of people just get nowhere, why don't you just try something on that somebody who's been down the road has done that's worked for them? Why not? Why not be a yes person? Why not just say, what the heck? Why not prove me wrong and go to the 31st? Today's the second. Go to the 31st and just do this every day for the love and joy of it, to share and help people. And then come back and tell me I'm a freaking liar on the 31st. I invite you to. My Swami here. See, it's interesting. He teaches me things and I teach him things. So he calls me his muse and I call him my Swami. He's told me that I tend to go a little fast. And I tend to forget that not everybody knows the stuff I know. And that I tend to get a little Brooklyn-y, you know, because I grew up in New York City. I tend to get a little fast and furious. He's right. And I try to get down. He's made me extremely cognizant of some of my wobbles. I appreciate his doing that because I watch it as he's learning some things that I make assumptions sometimes, and I am guilty. I'm like that horrible math teacher you had in college that knew the math and assumed everybody else did, you know, assume that other people can see some of the things you can see. So the society of I am, we're taking it down, the baby steps. And I want to show you how to. I can't tell you much. I want to see every one of you run towards whatever is your bliss. But every one of us knows that before you run, you have to roll over, then you have to crawl, then you have to pull up, then you take a few steps. It's a process. This week, we start the season of sharing. And this week, I want you to look outside of yourself and look at the community as a whole, your community, whatever your community is, and the spaces that you're in. And I want you just to remember how it started with taking a deep breath in and centering ourselves. And I bet you for most of you, when you closed your eyes after you stopped fighting it, you saw beauty and peace and calm. Just a minute. And if you stop and you do the same thing, and maybe I can talk Ray into doing a little something inside the Facebook group this week, little snippet that people could use. If you'd stop for a minute and step out of the insanity of the news feed and all the stuff's going on, and you'd look around, you'd realize it's just a bunch of beautiful people trying to find their I am. It's just a bunch of beautiful people trying to find their voice, trying to find their way, trying to find their bliss in a sea of noise and a sea of doo-doo. And we have the option to decide tonight to be a guiding light. And I can talk to you about my lighthouse theory of marketing, but that's a story for another night. We have the choice to start the season of sharing, not because we want to wear little red suits and pointy curled toed shoes and furry hats, but because being giving is one of the most selfish things you can do. And when you start the circulation yourself and you perpetuate it yourself, you obligate it to come back to you, and you're tilting the world on your will. You're tilting the world on your will. It's pretty cool about it. If you step back into I am, and you decide I am a giver and I am a sharer right now, and you decide to go out with that attitude, I think you'll be pretty gosh darn stunned at what will happen, how fast things will tilt, how fast you'll be noticed, how fast people will come to your side and help you. So I double dog dare you, since it is Christmas time. I'm done.
I just wanted to add something, a little, maybe visual to add to your beautiful way you put the share. And I love the way you put it early before that. You said, okay, we're so used to this horde mentality. Okay. Think of sharing as a flow of energy. Like I said earlier, we receive, we transmit. Yeah, there you go. There you go, hon. When we are sharing, we are doing this. If you go, you see my hands, we're doing this. As you're doing this, you're creating a flow. You're creating a flow. Now, like you so beautifully also pointed out in Facebook land, well, I tried it for 2 days and nothing happened. Try for third day. Frankly, for my realm, 30 days or more begins a different flow. Okay. Try for 30 days with no agenda. Flow. It's a flow. It's a flow.
You know, it's interesting, Ray, as you're doing that, I can't help but think about Tai Chi. Mm-hmm. You know, you guys all know what Tai Chi is. It's a form of a martial art, but it's an exercise. And Tai Chi is all about flow. And through very simple movements, a person stays limber. And that's why you see a lot of elderly people out when you go to, Asia, like when I was in Hong Kong, everybody's out doing Tai Chi, because Tai Chi is about these circular motions that keep you in good shape without stress. This is the
we should start an empire. My buddy in Colorado, he's becoming a Tai Chi master.
Of course, Ken is, because that's what.
Oh, no, not Ken. My buddy.
Oh, no, another one.
Yeah, I got some dear friends. But yeah, I'm gone almost 10 years, and I still have friends that are like I'm like this with. But he's actually he's learning from one of those gifted masters and the planet Earth. So let's start an empire so we can.
The thing about Tai Chi is that Tai Chi, anybody can do it. Anybody can start and anybody can learn it. But master level Tai Chi requires a certain amount of focus and discipline. And what we're talking about tonight requires a certain amount of focus and discipline, because what happens is we do it for a little bit and then we go back to me, that child. And then we center back into the I am, and we go back out into the circulation. And then something happens and disrupts our circulation and we go back into me. This is being a human. And when we teach you stuff, guys, we're not suggesting that we're above everything or perfect or anything like that. It's just stuff that we've learned. And I have used this over and over and over again. And in fact, whenever I'm feeling bad or having a bad day, the first thing I do is go to do a pop-up call or go to do a webinar or something, because I know that the second I release, I can start bringing energy back towards me. It's counterintuitive because we would think I have to hoard my energy and hoard my information and hoard what I have. But instead, it's actually putting it out there.
Yeah.
Which is why we had I don't know if you guys have seen the book, The Blue Ocean Movement, which is about businesses working together and circulating and helping one another. Great book from many years ago, Love is the Killer app, which was all about sharing information with people and just getting to know people and sharing stuff, just pointing out stuff that's helpful to them. There's piece upon piece upon piece in spiritual literature as well about this. And Catherine Ponder's Laws of Prosperity, Dynamic Laws of Prosperity, it's mentioned over and over and over. So we can do it in a very rudimentary, getting started, here's a cool meme, let me share it and say why I liked it. And we can get super advanced and make it a science. I don't know, a lot of you guys know Tom Chenault, who's been in the industry for many years. He built an app that's designed for networking and doing this process because he takes it so serious. So it's just a matter of how far down the rabbit hole with this do you want to go? Because I'm telling you, miracles can happen through this simple process. And it starts tonight. And I'm committed to sharing a ton of stuff because I'll admit that I'm pretty good about doing it privately, but I don't always share stuff on Facebook as much as I should or on other venues. Let's go out and tilt the world. It only takes a small group of individuals moving in the same direction, one school of fish to change the current. Ray,
Diane,
next week, would you do us the honor of bringing us something from your repertoire of things that you teach? You have so many. I don't even know which one to request yet. I might put in a request during the week, or some of you guys that know Ray. I will actually be in Las Vegas next week. So we will be on your turf because Ray lives in Vegas. So you may even see me sitting in that little office right there.
I have a second chair.
You have a second chair?
I have a second chair.
So let's count on, I had to get things rolling. Let's count on you sharing something that you feel apropos. The season of sharing is going to go through the whole month. And we're going to layer something else on next week. And you'll see me sitting in front of that hand. I'm going to show you some of Ray's artifacts next week. He has all the strangest and most interesting artifacts. See, Debbie, that's that question. I'm really glad you asked that. Debbie just asked once or twice a day. That's not the thought process we want. The question is, how many times do you see something that would help someone?
Yeah.
If you see food for the soul or food for the mind, well, what if you see 6 of them? You share one. We tend to get into this thought process of like, how many times can I post, or how many times can I do this, or how many times, or what am I allowed to do? Guys, you're allowed to love people as much as you want. Maria said she would love to be on a third chair. Well, Maria, what if you come and be our meter and greeter next week? And then we will have, you'll be in a chair in Texas. You won't be with us, but what if we have Maria Villasenor come out next week and meet and greet and hang out with us? We have Ray teach us, and God knows Hochman will cause a ruckus, but that's all right.
Well, you get your 2 cents then. I'll actually want your 2 cents then, so.
Hey, Jack. I love you, first of all. You've always been one of my favorite people. And I will send some energy your way as much as I can, but I don't know if you're up to it, but if you're up to playing, play. He's a musician. Play. I don't know if you may be only up to playing a harmonica, but if you can play at all, if you can't, I understand, because I know you're not feeling well. If you can play, I'll share that. We'll have a party, have a festival, and we'll share some good energy. You're a good man. So, yeah, Anitra said, if you have to ask how many share until you lose count. Guys, obviously, I don't want you to get manic, and I don't want you to share everything you see. Use your heart. let's get out of here so much. One of the phrases I hear so often is, I want to do it the right way. Okay, let's get into here. Because what I'm doing right now with the Society of I Am is the exact opposite of what everybody would tell me to do. It's the exact opposite of what everybody will tell me to do. And I tell you right now, it's going to be madly successful because it is my song. And you can never go wrong singing your song. And when you see someone else singing theirs and it's beautiful, you can never go wrong with sharing it. You can never go wrong. So that's it. Don't worry about algorithms. Algorithms from algorithm, right? As long as I'm rich, that's more Bugs Bunny. It doesn't work that way. It works with gathering people to you, and then Facebook perceives that there's people centered around you, which is, again, more lessons. As we really get into January, we're going to have some offerings and some different courses, and I'm always going to teach you from a spiritual and heart-centered basis about marketing. I'm a master marketer. I can outsell a lot of people. I've done a lot of amazing things, but it's always been heart-centered. And maybe that's why I've been around so long. And I've never been afraid to move from the heart. And I want you guys to grab onto that, because you're not Sharky types. You wouldn't be here if you were. So, all right, it's 9:09. What do you say we wrap it up?
Fine by me, Muse.
Okay. I seriously, next week I am going to do an artifact show. Come 15 minutes early on Monday night, and I will show you some of Ray's interesting artifacts. He has all kinds of weird and interesting things, including his lantern, his genie lantern that you get to rub and ask for things.
Actually, yeah, we could actually make wishes next week.
Yes, I think we will play with some of your. I'm not a fan of the gnome. Not the gnome. I'm not into.
He's a friendly guy. Some girl. What is that?
He's creepy. Gnomes and clowns. Not for me. Thank you. All right, guys. Love you. If you're not in the group, we put the link. We'll put it again. I will put that Bugs Bunny cartoon in there. And Ray will be popping in and out of there during the week. He doesn't know it yet, but he will be. Because I'm gonna get him to do it. And Jack, if you want to go in there and play us some music, I'm down for that. Jack said he might make me a theme song. How cool would that be if I had a theme song? I am like a cartoon character. I should have a theme song. That'd be awesome. All right, guys. Everybody have a wonderful night. Mr. Williams, you know how awesome you are. You know what I think. So I won't say it in public. You're just a spectacular guy.
You like me?
Do I like you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love you, man. I love you, man. You're really
cool.
Great. I will see all you guys during the week in the group, and we'll keep assigning you stuff. And feel free to come in the group and share what you're experiencing as you embrace this season of sharing. All right. I'll see you guys later. Everybody have a great night.
Good night, guys.